Hello and welcome to SCN Corporate Connect. I'm Jane King at the Nasdaq market site in Times Square. And with me today, Bill Carpou, the president and CEO of OCTANE. So welcome back.
Thanks, Jane.
Great to see you again.
Great to be here again.
I'm sure you're from Southern California, so I'm sure you're loving the New York adjustment to the weather here.
Absolutely.
Now, I've read quite a bit of data on your accelerator, so can you share that with the audience? What's going on with that?
Yeah, so Launchpad's our accelerator, and we've got quite a few really good metrics right now. We've had 571 companies that we've run through the full accelerator since 2010. 86% of them have been funded. Surprisingly, 88% are still operational, which is just a high number.
That's great.
For venture investment. And those combined companies in our portfolio right now are generating $844 million in revenue and have created 8,200 jobs in Southern California.
Awesome. And how do you de-risk those early companies? We know that's kind of a rough time, cash flow and all that. What do you do to...
Well, de-risking in a venture investment is kind of relative, but we think we've got a good model in that we start with about 350 companies each year and only work with 40. So right away, we're only working with about 11% of what's been there. They go through a very intensive mentoring session, and then we've got a set of 27 different predictive analytics that we grade them on and bump them up against the data of companies that have been successful that they could then go on and take to investors with them.
Okay, and what are the specific services that you offer?
So with growth services is actually a new service right now, and we've put this on to be post-capital raising, and there's 4 unique areas that we help these companies grow and scale. So one would be the continued access to capital. 2 is really operational expertise. So it forms more like a operational group inside of private equity. So it could work with companies on sales and marketing, on anything that's going to grow revenue. The 3rd is access to back office expertise. So we're working in collaboration with an external organization. We'll announce this over the next couple of weeks, and they'll provide back office support such as IT infrastructure, HR, financial closing. And then the 4th is really just access to talent. And we find that cuts across the board, whether you're big, whether you're an early stage company, whether you're public or private, everybody wants access to the best talent out there.
Absolutely. So now these companies that are part of the growth services, do they have to be part of the Launchpad Accelerator to take advantage of that?
They don't. So we initially created this conceptually to be a continuation of those companies coming through Launchpad. What we found though was we have 505 companies that have come through and are what we call Launchpad alumni. So they've got full access to it. But then even beyond that, we wanted to branch out and look at the small and mid-sized businesses that are existing in Southern California. And there's over 4,100 just in Orange County that are in tech or med tech and have between 10 and 249 employees. So we've opened it up for them also.
What kind of results could a company expect to achieve?
Well, coming through growth services, basically the focus is helping you grow, scale, and build your company, gaining customers, and really being more aligned with your strategic investors as well as your financial investors.
Now, are you only targeting Orange County companies for the growth services?
No. One of the pivots that we've made in the past 6 months is really to expand our presence throughout Southern California. Okay. So, Orange County has been our foundation, and we're geographically, we fit right in between LA and San Diego. So we've broadened our footprint in Southern California. Beyond that, growth services can move into some specific cities, such as New York and Boston, where we've got a high degree of interest from investors.
Okay, and what about international?
International is another area. Over the past year, we've had a tremendous amount of influx from the Asian markets investing in our companies. And for the first time, investment from New York and Boston exceeded 20% of our portfolio. So we've got a lot of interest, on the East Coast. And then further taking it is UK. We were there in February with a large delegation from Southern California, really trying to work with companies that are headquartered in the UK and how could they open up their their North American headquarters on the West Coast, and how can we provide access for companies that are being created in Southern California and now want to scale into the UK market.
Sure. So if someone is interested in this program, how can they find out more about it or contact you?
They can go on our website, octaneoc.org, or they could or they could look at growth services, OCTANEgrowthservices.org.
And I know you do a lot of like conference events, thought leadership events that are great networking opportunities. Can you tell me about some of those that are upcoming?
Yeah, so we've got two that are coming up right now. One would be on the 31st of May and June 1st. It's a 2-day event. It's our Technology Innovation Forum. It'd be in Newport Beach, California. Okay. The first day's content, the second day's more investor focused. And the content is not to explain what technology is, such as AR or AI or even cyber for that matter, but really how it can apply, how you can apply it to your business and how you could grow. Subsequent to that, at the end of June, on June 29th, we have an ophthalmology-only conference, which will be led by many key industries, Allergan, Alcon, J&J, those types of companies, and Brent Saunders, the CEO of Allergan, will be our keynote speaker. Okay. And it really is an opportunity to bring the whole ophthalmology community together.
Okay, very interesting. Best of luck. Always great to talk to you.
Yeah,
Bill
thanks,
Carpou.
Jane. Always great to be here.
Yes, the CEO and President of OCTANE, and thank you as well for joining us on SCN Corporate Connect. I'm Jane King at the Nasdaq Market Site. Have a great day.